Hey. Oh, you guys want to come over? Yeah, sure. That's totally fine. All right. See you soon. Oh, man. I want to hang out with my friends, but I really wanted to play The Sims. I wish there was something I could do. Oh man, do I have news for you. Okay, so when I first heard about this game coming out, I remember asking myself, how are they going to turn The Sims and all of its complexity into a board game? And after playing it, yeah, they pretty much nailed it. You feel like you're playing The Sims, completing aspirations, interacting with other Sims, and managing your needs. Which thankfully isn't as difficult as it is in The Sims 4, at least for me. I'm rubbish at it. This video is sponsored by Goliath Games and Electronic Arts, but you know what? I bought this one myself because I was so excited for it that I couldn't wait for the game to be shipped over to me. So now I have a few. In this video, we'll unbox and examine the quality of the game itself, walk through the rules and setup, and I even invited some friends over to play the game to see how fun it really is. So let's see what we have in store. Alright, let's open it up. It looks like the first thing we have is an instruction manual. Obviously, this tells you how to play the game, but it's full of really nice artwork. The board itself is made up of 3 plumb bob shaped pieces, which, I mean, they didn't have to do that, and it's really funny that they did. At first glance, you might think this is Willow Creek, but after putting it together, it's very clearly not. In fact, I think it might just be a whole new world. Up to 5 people can play the game, and each player gets their own little needs tracker, which is just adorable. This is totally besides the point, but these would make great cosplay accessories if you wanted to portray a sim at a con. You would just pin them to your outfit and change your needs on demand. It's pretty cool. Then there are 6 double-sided venue cards, which I'll talk about what they do later on, but they feature actual locations in The Sims 4. The home cards are kind of like your player mat where you put all of your cards and tokens. We got a ton of action cards, aspiration cards, these little turn order cards which are meant to serve as a reminder of what to do on your turn, and of course the iconic Sims cards. They feature some true legends like Bella Goth, Nancy Landgrab, and Olive Spectre, and some fan favorites like Morgan Ember, Rory Oklo, and Izzy Fabulous. There are a few Sims I wouldn't necessarily call iconic featured here, but I get it, they needed to match the Sim to the trait. The actual player pieces or player tokens are plumb bobs, which obviously is on brand, but they look really good. And finally, we have a D8, the only die shaped like a plumb bob. And that's everything that comes in the game. Honestly, the build quality of this game is top notch. Every single piece is perfectly themed, nothing feels cheap or flimsy, the cards are made from sturdy stock, and the colors just pop. And for $19.99 USD, that's kind of amazing. Alright, let's get this game set up. First, you're gonna assemble the board pieces to form the game board. Then, place the venue cards onto the board, 1 in each of the 6 spaces. Choose whichever ones you want. Next, shuffle the action cards, then deal 6 face-up cards next to the board in 2 rows of 3. This is your card hub. Place the remaining cards nearby as a draw pile. Shuffle the iconic Sims cards, then deal 2 face-up cards, and place the remaining cards nearby as a draw pile. Next, shuffle the aspiration cards and put them nearby. Finally, set the interaction die on the board. Now it's time for each of your players to move in. Have each player draw 2 home cards, choose one, and discard the other. Make sure every player chooses a needs tracker and the corresponding turn order card and plumb bob mover. Next, have each player draw 2 aspiration cards, choose one, and discard the other. And place your new aspiration on your home card. Finally, move in by placing your plumb bob mover on your home card. And now you're ready to play. The player who most recently moved in real life goes first. The goal of the game is to be the first player to end their turn with 8 points, or if you want a longer match, you can make it 10. You earn points by completing aspirations, or by having iconic Sims visit your home. To complete an aspiration, you'll need 3 of any 2 symbols, shush, it's cute, okay, listed on the aspiration card. You collect symbols by picking up action cards with matching icons. And if the symbol on your home card matches what you need, lucky you, that counts too. Finish an aspiration and you'll score 3 points. Get an iconic Sim to visit and that's worth 1 point. So how do you actually get action cards? And how do you convince an iconic Sim to stop by? Well, that's where the gameplay begins. On every player's turn, they could either go home or travel. However, on your first turn, you'll only be able to travel. First, place your plumb bob mover on any venue on the game board. Look at the top left icon on the venue card and lower the corresponding need on your needs tracker. In future turns, if the corresponding need is already in the red, then you cannot travel to that venue. Next, take an action card from the card hub that has at least one symbol matching your venue. Some cards don't do anything, but a lot of them have you perform an action and in some cases replenish your needs. You perform the action as soon as you acquire the card, and this is where the bulk of the strategy of the game takes place. You're obviously going to want to target action cards that have the symbols needed to complete your current aspiration, but you're going to also want to collect cards for future aspirations as well. Not only that, but you want to collect cards that will directly impede the progress of other players. Once you've completed the action, place the action card on your home card. Stack all your subsequent action cards, but make sure to keep the symbols visible so you don't lose track. The next part of your turn is to befriend iconic Sims. If any action card you pick up during your turn has symbols that match an iconic Sims card, and that Sim isn't already visiting another player, they can come over to your place, earning you 1 point. But if that Sim leaves, you lose that point. The rules don't say it outright, but the wording suggests that you can have both available iconic Sims visit your home if you manage to pick up the right symbols during your turn. Regarding Sims leaving your home, there are many action cards that perform the action Iconic Sims Move. This is a little tricky, so let me break it down. As soon as someone picks up a card that says Iconic Sims Move, every player picks up all the iconic Sims in their home and passes them to the player on their left, going clockwise. The iconic Sims keep getting passed around until they land on a player who has a corresponding symbol on their action cards or home cards. Once all the iconic Sims have finished moving, the action is officially done. And yes, you might end up passing a Sim around the table only for it to end up right back with you, so... Oh, and if you happen to be visiting a venue that another player's currently at, then you have to interact with them. If there's more than one other player, choose one and both of you must roll the interaction die and carry out whatever action you roll. The plus sign means that you can raise any one of your needs. The negative sign means you have to lower one of your needs. And the hand symbol means that you can take a random action card from the other player. The last thing you'll do on your turn is score. If you have the symbols you need, you can complete your aspiration, earning a permanent 3 points. Slide the aspiration card under your home card so only the name and points are showing. Then draw a new aspiration. If you have any iconic Sims visiting, each one grants you an additional 1 point per Sim. If your total points equal 8, then you've won the game. Otherwise, it's the end of your turn. Also, you don't discard any of your action cards when you complete an aspiration, and the fact that the iconic Sims are transient adds a level of urgency to complete your aspirations as soon as possible. After your first turn in the game, you can go home instead of traveling. Place your plumb bob mover back on your home card and replenish any 2 of your needs. Next, draw a new aspiration card from the aspiration deck and choose to either replace or keep your existing aspiration. Then complete your turn by scoring. Going home is a strategic move because it allows you to not only replenish your needs to visit venues you currently aren't able to, but it allows you the chance to change your aspiration if you're not drawing the cards you need. So make sure to travel or go home wisely. Finally, at the beginning of your turn, always make sure that you replenish the card hub and the iconic Sims so that there are always 6 cards and 2 Sims respectively. And that's it, you just complete your turns until somebody wins. Honestly, this game can be really easy or incredibly complex if you strategize your moves. My first game lasted 10 minutes and then the second one was about 40. And while there's definitely a luck factor, as the players understand the game more, the skill level goes up. As I said at the beginning, this is a sponsored video, so I won't blame you if you're skeptical to what I have to say. But I can tell you sincerely, having bought this myself, it's definitely worth it. The game is fleshed out, incredibly detailed, and most importantly, a lot of fun. Goliath Games really understood the source material. I can even excuse this. You can purchase the game at your local Target or online on Amazon. If you like board games, you'll have fun with this one. If you like The Sims, this is a great way to introduce your friends and family to the franchise. And if you like both, this is a no-brainer. Thanks for watching, guys, and once again, thank you to EA and Goliath Games. I'll see you in the next video.